The House Judiciary Committee has passed articles of impeachment. They did that just in the last hour. The debate on the House floor could come as early as Wednesday. They want a full vote next week. Trump 2020 Principal Deputy Communications Director Erin Perrine is with us now. Do you think that impeachment is your biggest hurdle going forward?
We don't necessarily see impeachment as a big hurdle. Unfortunately, today is really a dark day for House Democrats who have continued this impeachment sham and hoax. And they made sure to do it with the grandest of political theater. Last night, Jerry Nadler decided at 11 p.m., I don't like the timing of this. I don't have enough cameras. I don't have enough prime time right now. So I'm going to go ahead and adjourn and make sure that we do this in the morning when more cameras can be on me as I go and pursue the most ridiculous impeachment hoax in the history of the United States. Every time the Democrats have taken a step toward impeaching President Trump, which they have aimed to do since before Inauguration Day, they have strengthened this campaign. In the first 72 hours after Speaker Pelosi made her statement of impeachment by press conference, the campaign brought in $15 million. And of that $15 million, 50,000 new donors joined the campaign. 50,000 more Americans raised their hand and said, I support President Trump. I'm against impeachment, and I'm going to put my hard-earned paycheck behind him.
I'm not going to suggest that impeachment is of no concern. It is the impeachment of the President of the United States. However, there's another side here. An extraordinary economy, an extremely prosperous holiday shopping season, a trade deal with China, a trade deal with Mexico and Canada, a Boris Johnson win, so we might get a trade deal with the Brits. I'm running out of space and time to list all the good stuff. I mean, you really shouldn't complain too much about impeachment when you've got everything else going for you.
Democrats can continue to be a sideshow and a circus, and President Trump will continue to stay focused on the American people. Stuart, you're right. I mean, we got historic USMCA last week. We are moments away from a nice big announcement on the trade deal with China. I mean, America continues to prosper. We're talking about record-breaking economic spending from consumers, rising paychecks, record-breaking job numbers month after month. I mean, Americans should feel great about this country, and President Trump is doing it in spite of historic obstruction and abuse of power by Democrats in Congress. Americans should feel very good that President Trump is at the helm.
Well, Erin, would you share with us the internal polls, which I know the Republican Party and the Trump campaign has been conducting? I've seen the public polls where in a head-to-head matchup, the president beats all the Democrats. I think that's in Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania. Tell me about your private polls, your internal polls. Will you share them with us?
Well, what I can tell you is that internally we're seeing the same thing that you're seeing. Impeachment is a turnoff, and it is a turnoff in important states that Democrats would try and win if they thought they had a chance to beat President Trump. In Wisconsin, we are seeing that independents, that across the board in the state, voters do not support impeachment. They support President Trump. In Michigan, same thing. Voters do not support impeachment. They support President Trump. Pennsylvania, same thing. Voters do not support impeachment. They support President Trump. We see it internally, and it's good that the national polling is reflecting that, because Democrats should know, and the 31 House Democrats who sit in seats that President Trump won should know that they are giving up their jobs in the House of Representatives because they are politically pandering to a base that is not their constituency, and it is not the right direction for this country.
Cheer up, Erin. It's going your way. Erin Perrine, thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate it, ma'am. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Stuart.